Ryan Milano joined by Knight Uretsky here at Jackie Robinson Field in the shadow of the Rose Bowl. We're here for the Arroyo Seco Saints as they host your Conejo Oaks. The starting lineup for Arroyo Seco in the field as the Oaks are going to be batting first. In left field, it's Connor Bradshaw. In right field, it's Jack Grace. Connor Bradshaw in center. Josh Cowden in left. Cooper Elliott at third. Drew Calley at second. Jake McMurray at first. And Brandon Boning rounding out the infield at the shortstop. The battery connection. Behind the dish is Tanner Lindsley. And on the hill is Creighton Hansen. The pitching matchup of the day, Hansen versus Joseph Wiersma for the Oaks. The lineup for Conejo. Batting first in left field, Zach Gregory. Batting second in right, TJ Foreman. The 3 spot at first base, Brendan Bobo. That's the 1-2-3 to lead off the game for the Oaks. Grant Smith in the 4-hole playing third. Reagan Burford at second, batting number 5. Sandoval in center. Andrew Sharp behind the dish in the 7 spot. JT Naviak at shortstop in the 8-hole. And Austin Carrillo, an unusual spot for him. He's DHing for just the second time in his baseball career here in the 9 spot. That's going to be your order for the Conejo Oaks as they are set to go against Arroyo Seco. And the Oaks, they've just eked out 2 wins against Arroyo Seco in their 2 performances. 5-4 win last time the Oaks were here. And then when Arroyo Seco and the Saints traveled to Cal Lutheran University, another 1-run 4-3 victory for the Oaks. So it's been a few tight contests, but we're right here and ready to start this one. Knight, as Zach Gregory steps in the box, quick thoughts before this game.
Yeah, no, the Oaks, they're just looking to bounce back after that tough loss against the Coastal Cubs on Sunday. Had the day off yesterday. A couple of guys spent it in a lot of different ways, but here just looking to bounce back and get a win against the Saints.
Zach Gregory in the leadoff spot. He's batting 143 on the season. The first pitch into him. He looks at it high. It misses the zone. A ball. Want to know the count. And you might be thinking that 143 average, why is he in the 1 spot? Well, it's because of his on-base percentage. He is getting on base better than almost anyone on the team as the 1-0 brushes him back on the inside part of the plate. 2-0. He's ahead early. His on-base percentage, .455 on the season. So while he does not or hasn't so far in the first week of play in CCL South play, gotten a lot of hits as he squares to bunt, puts one down the third base line and bounced foul. 2-1. He does get on any way possible. 6 walks, 2 hit by pitches on the season. He's reached base 8 times in that way without hits. He's reached base 10 total times in his 22 total at-bats. Foreman collects his bat, hands it back to him as Gregory was dashing down the line on the bunt attempt, trying to bunt for a single to lead off the game. In the end, he's back in the box in a 2-1 count.
And Gregory, the first 2 pitches he saw, one was outside, one was inside, and then he squared to bunt. Here, let's see if he tries to bunt again.
The 2-1. He's swinging away up the middle to Boning at short. Throwing on to McMurray at first. It's in time. Zach Gregory starts off the game with a ground out. 4 pitches for Creighton Hansen. And Hansen, he's played well so far this season for the Arroyo Seco Saints. In conference play, he has just 1 start against the Riptide. He pitched 4 innings, allowed just 3 hits and a single earned run, a 2.25 ERA that equates for 8 strikeouts in that game. So he was absolutely mowing the Riptide down. He's trying to continue his hot CCL South start here as TJ Foreman to the box. First pitch into him, off speed, low, misses the zone. 1-0 the count. Foreman, he's batting .278 on the year with a .368 on-base percentage. As the 1-0, it's lined to shortstop. Boning makes the squeeze. 2 quick outs to Boning as the Oaks now headed to the 3 spot in Brendan Bobo with 2 down in the inning.
And Foreman, he's been really working on trying to line out some balls, get some base hits. That time just lines it right to the shortstop. Couldn't get it over his head, but, he's trying to line a lot of balls, not get under a lot of balls, and not get on top of some balls. They're just able to line it. It's a step in the right direction for TJ.
First pitch to Brendan Bobo. Brushes him on the knees, inside part of the plate. It catches the zone. 0-1 the count. And I saw TJ Foreman ahead of last Sunday's game against the Coastal Cubs, working with the tee in the cages, trying to drive the ball to the back of the cage. It's the first pitch to Bobo. Off-speed pitch, hangs up high above the letters, a ball. And that's the type of drill where you put the tee on the outside part of the plate and try to drive it to the back wall of the cage. It's trying to get down on the ball and keep it level as the 1-1 misses high and away for a ball. 2-1 the count. Bobo on the year started out red hot, has tapered off in the last few games. His batting average settles at .395 as the 2-1 skied out of play behind the plate. 2-2.
And
Bobo in his last few games has not been successful. He's 10 strikeouts on the season, most of those coming in the last 4 games for Brendan Bobo. Here he's looking at a 2-2. Grounds one outside of the bag at first. He stays alive. Count still 2-2. Creighton Hansen has one ball to work with, but right here has to go right at Brendan Bobo. Shakes off his catcher. Now heads to the dish. Off-speed pitch. Brushes back Bobo, and the count is full.
And Bobo's had a lot of full count counts throughout the season. Sometimes he does get a hit, and sometimes he strikes out. Seems right recently he's been hungry.
The full count, skied down the third base line. Elliott making a chase for it. He's not going to get there. It lands in the stands. We're headed for the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Brendan Bobo.
Seems like Bobo's had a couple of 8-pitch at-bats. And it seems like when he gets those big battles, he seems to fight off as many pitches, and then he gets a hit.
The 3-2 grounds into the Oaks dugout. Now headed for a 9-pitch at-bat. Brendan Bobo staying alive. And that's what you really like to see out of Bobo. Sometimes this season he has been prone to swinging at pitches below the zone. This time, the pitches that he's swinging at, he's making connection with them. Now he's trying to drive one. The 3-2 to the dish. Opposite way, shallow left field. Cowden underneath it, makes the squeeze in a 1-2-3 inning to start it off for Creighton Hansen. Gregory grounds out, Foreman lines out, and Bobo flies out to start the top of the first here in Pasadena. We head to the bottom of the first on the Conejo Oaks live stream with this game tied at 0. Back for the bottom of the first inning, Ryan Milano joined by Knight Uretsky. Joseph Wiersma on the hill for Conejo. He's going to see Bradshaw, Elliott, and Cowley, the 1, 2, 3 for Arroyo Seco. Connor Bradshaw, the left-hander, steps into the box, looks at the first pitch from Wiersma and shoots it the other way, just outside of the bag at third. 0-1 the count. Bradshaw, the last time he stepped to the dish in any game was the last time that the Oaks were in Pasadena. In that game, Bradshaw, he was very successful, a double and a home run in that contest. The 0-1, elevated off the plate for a ball, 1-1 the count. On the season for Bradshaw, he's been batting .261, but he has been batting incredibly well to start off CCL South play. As the 1-1 from Wiersma lined into center field, going back is Sandoval. At the track, looking up, Connor Bradshaw continues his hot start to CCL play. A leadoff home run, a solo shot for Arroyo Seco, and the Saints lead 1-0.
And that home run right there for Bradshaw was exactly the same location he hit the home run against the Oaks the last time these two teams played. It was right to center field. This time goes right over the head of Sandoval, the center fielder. I mean, it's a tough play as an outfielder, especially in the sun, but that one got way too much distance, way up in the netting, and a no-doubter home run for Connor Bradshaw.
That brings up the two-hole hitter, Cooper Elliott, the third baseman. First pitch to him, misses the zone, a ball. 1-0 the count. Wiersma in his last outing against Academy. 2 innings pitched, 7 earned runs. He's trying to bounce back from that performance today as the 1-0 bounced foul into the Oaks dugout, 1-1. And I mentioned Connor Bradshaw's hot bat just to finish that point. He's batting .261 on the season. In the non-conference, he was batting just .200. In conference play, he's batting .375. That's the lead for the Saints. Wiersma loses the grip of one, hits Elliott on the knee. First 2 batters get aboard. One that solo shot to Bradshaw. Now a hit by a pitch to Cooper Elliott to sit him on first.
And it just hasn't been a great start for Wiersma. His first time out, he had a really good performance. Now against the Barons, he had a shaky performance, gave up 7 runs, and right now gave up a solo home run on the first 3 pitches and then a hit by pitch on the next 3 pitches.
That makes way for Drew Cowley on the season, batting .344. That's the highest combined total for the Saints on the year. First pitch to him. In at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count. Cowley, he has been swinging a hot bat against the Oaks. He has 3 hits in the 2 games that Conejo has faced off against Arroyo Seco. The 0-1 just misses on the outside part of the plate. Some chatter as it was thought that Elliott had a chance to go. He did not make the trip to second base. Andrew Sharp, out of his stance, was not able to frame the pitch to try to take care of the runner, but nonetheless, Cooper Elliott safely retreats back to first. The count is 1-1. This pitch, Wiersma loses an off-speed. The second consecutive hit batter as Drew Cowley got plunked. So now runners on first and second. The first 3 batters have not gotten out for Arroyo Seco.
And it's been 3 pitches per batter faced for Wiersma. Cowley got hit by a pitch after the 3rd pitch. Elliott got hit by the pitch after the 3rd pitch. And Bradshaw went yard after the 3rd pitch. So far, 3 batters, 3 pitches to each one. And, you know, Wiersma, he just keeps on missing inside. We saw back-to-back left-handed hitters get hit by a pitch. But prior to that, he was missing inside. And so, you know, when you're missing inside, it may run a little bit too inside and hit a couple of batters.
That makes way for Josh Cowden, the left fielder in the 4-hole. Cowden on the year, batting .278, 10 hits and 36 at-bats. First pitch to him, foul-tipped, caught by Sharp. 0-1. And Wiersma, he told me before the game that He's working on a new front leg kick. He's trying to keep it lower, more compact, and quicker to the plate. And you mentioned him missing inside to lefty batters. Sometimes when your lower body's moving faster, as the 0-1 check swing, he went 0-2 now to Cowden. Sometimes when the lower body's moving faster, the top half is trying to catch up to it, and sometimes you can lose one and when you're holding onto the ball a little bit too long. But right now, Wiersma, he's trying to bounce back. He's up 0-2 in the count to Cowden. The first time that he has been up 0-2 today. Looks into the sign from Sharp. Time called. Wiersma steps off the hill. Cowden, he reached base 4 times in the 2 games that the Oaks have played against Arroyo Seco. 3 walks and a double. Back pick, Naviak, and Wiersma throws it into center field. Sandoval there to back it up. No throw, and both runners will advance. And right there, the shortstop in Naviak, he was going to cover the bag. The throw from Wiersma towards the third base side of second. So Naviak, who was running towards the second base bag, tried to change his momentum. He could not do it in time. And now there's 2 runners in scoring position with no one down.
And the play was there. Naviak got there in time. Wiersma just had to turn his hips and fire to second. He just missed the throw.
The 0-2 misses on the outside part of the plate. Sharp tried to frame it. He was not successful. 1-2 the count. Swirling wind here, so no direction gets the advantage at Jackie Robinson Field.
Looks like it's just pulling straight back to center field.
The 1-2 just misses the outside part of the plate. We hear a few ooh-wees from the crowd. They wanted that to be a strike. 2 runners in scoring position. Elliott on third. Cowley on second. 2-2 count. Fouled straight back by Cowden. Wiersma, he's trying to go to his out pitches. Talked to him before the game, asked him what those out pitches were. He said it really depends on the situation and the batter. Sometimes he'll bring a fastball up and in, sometimes he'll bring an off-speed low. But what he's really focused on today is location, location, location. The 2-2. Outside part of the plate does not get the strike call again. Count has worked full at 3-2. The home plate umpire has been consistent in that regard. Has not been giving pitches on the outside part of the plate.
And right now, Wiersma, he's been throwing a lot of faster pitches up in the zone. Probably has to go an off-speed pitch low here.
The payoff pitch brushes back Cowden, misses the zone. So after going down 0-2, Cowden works a walk, and now the bases are loaded. Andrew Sharp calling time. He's going to go check on his pitcher. Head coach Steve Solis and pitching coach Scott Radinsky, they don't show wary yet. They do not go out to the mound. Peyton Lewis, the 5-hole hitter, he's going to come to the plate with the bases loaded and no one down in the bottom of the first inning. Arroyo Seco, they lead 1-0 after a leadoff solo shot homer from Cotter Bradshaw. 2 hit by pitches and a walk. That's how we're in this situation now. Peyton Lewis, the designated hitter for the day. He has not gotten a hit against the Oaks yet this season. He's 0 for 7 in the 2 games that they've played. Wiersma to the dish. Skied into shallow left field. Gregory coming in, hesitates, now underneath the ball. Tagging, and the throw home, not in time as Cooper Elliott's going to score. Cowley from second going to advance to third. And now a pickle going on. Cowden got stuck in between. Naviak tags him out, so 2 down, but the run at third is going to come across to score. So